Joe asks, you always talk about watching movies over and over again, but what makes a movie have that rewatchability?
Oh, that's a great question, because there are movies that I just lose my mind over and love, but have seen twice.
Right.
And then there are some movies that I thought were good, and I've watched them 12 times. What is that rewatchability thing? I don't know. I think if they could formulate that and figure out what it is, then they would be serving us Kraken vials in the movie theaters, and we'd be there all the time. What is it like? What is it for you guys?
I guess would be like, I think it's just the replayability of specific scenes in an order or a sequence where, like, there's some movies that I have that are literally horrible, but they have 3 amazing scenes in them, and I own them on Blu-ray or something because of those scenes, and I won't even watch the entire movie, I'll watch those scenes. But there are films like Aliens that I will watch from beginning to end because the storytelling and the cinematography and the acting and all the setup of all the scenes and the payoff of the entire film is so satisfying that it's like, I want to re-experience that. It's not that I've already seen it, I don't need to see it again. It's like, I want to re-experience that again and again every year.
That's the best. That's the point right there. It's that personal preference that you have and the feeling that you get of how you want to experience it. For me, if Heat's on, I can't. My hand stops. It just stops on Heat. It'll stop on Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Something about the Kingsman. When because of our schedules, it's hard to go and repeat movies for me a lot of the times in the theaters, and I made it a priority to go see that movie again, and I want to see it again the scenes. You remember scenes. There's certain. Oh wait, that's a great scene. Oh, I want to see that scene again. I want to hear when the music hits at that point. I want to see his reaction there. And in Wolf of Wall Street, get balloons.
Yeah,
all that stuff. Like, it's just things that you remember.
Plus, and you're waiting for them now. The first time you see it, it's a brand new experience. But when you're rewatching it, you're like, oh, here comes the.
It's your band playing the greatest hits. Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Christian asks, what not yet depicted superhero deserves a movie? Y'all are the bee's knees.
We've been asked that actually a lot of times. I mean, Bishop, I got to take Bishop off the table, I guess, because he's been in a movie. Cable. Cable's a dude I would love to see done right. I mean, like, it looked for a little while like we were going to get it. I thought it looked like they were going to do X-Force for a while. I'm not so sure those plans are really on the table anymore. Right. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I don't know how you don't have Cable in that if that's the way you're going, but so that's what I'll stick with for now is Cable. What about you guys?
I think we're getting Adam Warlock.
I think we're going to get him too, yeah.
Go with DC. I'll say Swamp Thing or The Question. Those are 2 characters that are ripe to make a cool movie about, or a TV series.
Does Flash Gordon count? Because I know we haven't had him in a while.
We haven't had him, well, we've had him.
Had him once, ish.
It's time for a new Flash Gordon movie.
All right, 2 more really quick.
D. Knighton asks, if you have any ideas on why Lionsgate has been so silent on everything about the Power Rangers reboot?
I think they really just got the wheels moving. I mean, plus, they've had some upheaval, remember. They had a guy who was overseeing and shepherding the whole thing, Roberto Orsi. Then he's gone. They've gotten somebody else back in. I think they're now encountering some of the creative bumps. And every project's going to have creative bumps. I think they ran into those right now. I wouldn't worry about it at this point. I mean, look, I don't love the idea that they're doing a Power Rangers movie. But if you do it a certain way, it could work out really well. But at this point, trust me, if you're really looking forward to that movie and what they're going to do, there is no need to worry just because we're not hearing anything yet. It's still a long ways off. What do you guys think?
Yeah, we're in a development stage too. So for me, I'm always like, don't announce anything in development until you have to.
Yeah, don't blow your load early. You just don't do it.
It's one thing when you've shot the movie and it's like we're waiting a long time. Like, hey, put something out. Then you start going, wait a minute. But with this particular movie, I wouldn't be worried yet.
You know what I'd like to see them do with Power Rangers, because I don't care about it, and what might make me care about it is how they used to promote old science fiction films and fantasy films, is they would like release a piece of pre-production art that was just mind-blowing. Like a year or 2 before the movie came out, hey, we're making this thing, here, check out this crazy concept art. You'd be like, what? That is what they should do with Power Rangers.
Vin Diesel remember last year, Vin Diesel started doing that with that Witch Hunter movie he's doing? Yes. They start putting out things. That's actually a really cool idea.
That's the way they should do it.
Okay, last question, really quick.
John MK asks, your thoughts on J.J. Abrams looking towards an earlier summer release for Star Wars due to constant internet leaks?
It's BS. It's big BS. Look, remember, J.J. Abrams thought, he petitioned Disney at one point to, hey, can we push this movie back into 2016? And then they hung on with winter. I don't think they'll be ready. But look, Disney can shock us. It's look, don't say never, but I think all these reports and rumors and everything going around, I think they're total BS. I don't put any stock in them whatsoever. Have you heard anything?
I think it hurts the movie at this point to do it, because not only are you going to, and you and I were talking about this right beforehand, is that first of all, you can hurt the marketing they're going to have to spend to redirect everything into summer. Then you have the Avengers. You're going to go up against the Avengers whenever you put it into the summer, and then poor Ant-Man would get wrecked too, because wherever you put
You'd be cannibalizing your own box
you
office.
own December. You own December. There's nothing there except like The Revenant, which is not going to be a competitor with Star Wars. It'll be a good movie, but it makes no sense to move it at this point. Would I want to see it tomorrow? Of course, but no.
We were talking about that, yeah. I think J.J. Abrams is used to having his little mystery box, and Star Wars is so giant that there's Toy Fair, there's all these things that, like, if you're paying attention and you're like snooping around, you're gonna find it. You're gonna spoil the movie for yourself. There's no way not to. If you have a previews magazine and you see a bunch of like Lego toys of some weird invisible dude who's in the Star Wars movie, you're like, what's that? You know? He doesn't have the control over that, so maybe that's why he's like, can we move it early? And Disney's like, look, this is just how it is. We're a giant creature and we're moving forward. So.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.